Couples think the hardest part of getting a marriage green card is filling out the forms. But after practicing immigration law for more than 30 years, I can tell you the biggest problems usually happen before the paperwork is even filed. Small mistakes early in the process can create serious immigration problems later. Today on Coffee with Richard, I'm going to walk through 7 marriage green card mistakes couples make and how you can avoid them. So crank up your coffee and let's go. Mistake number 1, entering the U.S. with preconceived intent. One of the most common mistakes involves entering the U.S. on a tourist visa. Many couples think they can simply come to the U.S. as a visitor, get married, and apply for a green card. But entering the U.S. on a tourist visa with the intention of marrying and with the intention of applying for adjustment of status is not lawful. When someone enters on a tourist visa or ESTA, they're telling immigration officers their visit is temporary and they're going to leave. If immigration believes later that someone entered the country intending to immigrate, that can be viewed as misrepresentation at entry, and that's a no-no. Mistake number 2, ignoring the 90-day timing issue. Another issue couples often overlook is timing. Immigration officers sometimes examine what happens within the first 90 days after someone enters the U.S. If someone enters the U.S. quickly, marries, and files for a green card soon afterwards, immigration officers may question whether the person intended to immigrate all along. Again, it's not unlawful to enter as a tourist as long as you don't enter with the intention to marry and stay. But if you enter as a tourist without the intention to stay and you end up staying and you end up deciding to get married, that's lawful as long as you change the purpose of your visit after you entered and you can document that. Mistake number 3, using ESTA without understanding the risks. This issue can be even more complicated for travelers entering through ESTA under the visa waiver program. ESTA allows visitors from certain countries to stay for up to 90 days. But ESTA travelers usually waive certain rights, including the ability to challenge removal before an immigration judge. I've seen cases where Customs and Border Protection arrests someone in the U.S. who overstayed their ESTA. Even though they were married to an American, it didn't matter. They hadn't filed for their marriage green card paperwork, and Customs and Border Protection was going to deport them without a hearing. Even if they filed for a green card case and was pending, technically Border Patrol and ICE can still take the step of arresting that person and initiating expedited removal without seeing a judge. Historically, USCIS does not care that much about the overstay, even the ESTA overstay. Generally, Customs and Border Protection and ICE do care. Mistake number 4, weak relationship documentation. This is a mistake that's we often see people not building documentation of the relationship early enough. Immigration officers want to see evidence of a shared life. Obviously, things like joint bank accounts, shared housing, insurance policies, photos together, travel records, and communication history. Do not take this lightly. Put a box in your house, collect documents throughout the course of your relationship that prove what you're saying, that you do have a shared life together. Mistake number 5, poor preparation for the green card interview. Many couples assume the green card interview is just a formality. In reality, it's one of the most important parts of the process. Immigration officers can ask detailed questions about how you met, daily routines, living arrangements, and family relationships. Sometimes couples are even interviewed separately, and their answers are compared. It's a very good idea to prepare for the interview. Always tell the truth during the interview, and the best defense is a good offense. Come prepared with documentation to show a shared life. This will minimize the risks of having separate interviews and comparing your answers. Mistake number 6, traveling before advance parole. Another mistake involves traveling during the green card process. If someone files for adjustment of status, leaves the U.S. before receiving advance parole, that can cause the application to be considered abandoned. Very, very important. Now, there are some exceptions to that for those on H-1B visas and L-1 visas. Again, don't leave the U.S. while the 45 is pending unless you talk to your immigration lawyer. For those who are not on H-1B or L-1, if they leave the U.S. While the green card case is pending without advance parole, it is considered legally abandoned, and you may be stuck outside the U.S. For quite a bit of time before you can go through the process to get the immigrant visa at the U.S. Embassy. It does take quite a bit of time to get advance parole while the 45 is pending. If for some reason it's often taking over a year, there is a process if you have an emergency where you have to travel outside the U.S., maybe for a health-related issue for a family member. Schedule an info pass appointment at the USCIS local office, and you can apply for advance parole right at the window, but document that there is truly an emergency. They don't have to give you the emergency parole, but they often do if it's well documented. Okay, mistake number 7. Not planning for the financial sponsorship requirement. Another surprise for many couples is the affidavit of support requirement. U.S. citizen spouse must show income at least 125% of the federal poverty guidelines, which is based on family size. If that income level cannot be demonstrated, a joint sponsor may be required. Okay, final advice. The marriage green card process is about much more than just filling out forms. Immigration officers evaluate the immigration intent, the timing, documentation, financial sponsorship, and interview questions. Understanding these issues can prevent serious immigration problems later. If you and your partner are planning a marriage green card case, our team at Herman Legal Group has helped couples navigate immigration law for more than 30 years. You can reach us at 1-800-808-4013 or check us out online, lawfirmforimmigrants.com. Thanks for visiting. Hope you enjoyed your coffee. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.